Welcome to Breakthrough Mode, the podcast where we intentionally get into the driver's seat of our lives, shift out of monotony and mediocrity, and step on the gas towards becoming the person we were always meant to become. Hello, and welcome to Monday Morning with Megan on the Breakthrough Mode podcast. This is episode 232. Thank you so much for joining me today. Today, I have a great quote for you by Maya Angelou. She said, "The real difficulty is to overcome how you think about yourself." So in this process of becoming, right, sounds so easy, just be a different person. However, that's not easy at all, right? We're becoming a version of ourselves you've never been. But in order to become that version of yourself, you have to change how you see yourself. That's definitely part of the work. In order to establish any habit with the vision of becoming in mind, you have to be able to see yourself as the version of you who has that habit. You have to be able to see that you've already accomplished it, you've already done it, it's already how you live. Even when you're in the day 1 or 3 of establishing the habit, you have to be able to see that vision of you being real. And that's hard to do because we've got a lifetime of history that tells us what we're capable of. We have a lifetime of history that tells us what we can do, what we do on a regular basis. And sometimes we have a lifetime of history that tells us that we are bad at this thing, that we always fail at this thing, that we try and it ends up falling through and we just can't make it happen and whatever. So if your view of yourself is that you can't do it, then that is what is going to actually happen. That you won't be able to fulfill that vision. You won't be able to establish that habit, become that person. If your view of yourself is that you'll never get there, then that's going to be the thing that's true, unfortunately. So yes, Maya, preach. That is the real difficulty. You have to overcome how you think about yourself and how you view yourself. Because if you think about yourself like, I can't do it, I'm not capable, like a person like me just doesn't accomplish things like that. A person like me just doesn't have habits like that. A person like me doesn't have a house like that, a relationship like that, a life like that, a career like that, blah, blah, blah noise. If that is your narrative, then you won't do what you need to do in order to have any of it. You just won't, because you'll think, what's the point? We've got within us, we're programmed to conserve energy. And so if you feel like you can't get there, if you feel like you can't do it, if you feel like nothing that you do matters, then you're not going to put your energy towards actually making it happen. You have to change how you think about yourself and how you view yourself in order to actually accomplish the thing. So if you have a habit that you want to establish, and you've got this vision of you that you want to become, and you know this vision of you does this habit, here's the trick, okay? This is the trick. Every time you engage in that habit, you tell yourself, literally, I'm not joking, I'm 100% serious. Every time you engage in that habit, you tell yourself, look, I'm being that person. I'm being that version of myself right now. And if I can do that right now, then I can do it tomorrow, and I can do it the day after that, and I can do it the day after that. And eventually, this will just be normal because I can do it now. All you ever have, by the way, is the now. So if you can do it now, you can do it again later. You can do it again tomorrow. You can do it again the next day, and again and again and again. The problem is when we follow through on the habit and we're like, yeah, it was a fluke. I just don't have the discipline today. I just can't follow through today. Instead of really acknowledging and rewarding ourselves for when we do the thing, when we do follow through, and use that as proof of the future. Use your success as proof of your future success. Don't use your past failures, past versions of you as the basis for who you are becoming next. That's kind of irrelevant because it's back there. You're not that person anymore. You're this person today, and you get to choose what you do today. And then you can choose that what you do today makes an impact on what you do tomorrow, and you keep moving forward. Your past, it can only inform you to the degree to which you let it. You can say, yeah, I was that person then, I did that then, but I am new now. I am different now. I can make new changes now. I can make new choices now. And I can choose that what I choose today, I can choose again tomorrow. So you have to change how you think about yourself. View yourself as capable. View yourself as if I've got a dream and someone I want to be, I can achieve that. I can do that. And then if you believe that you can do it, then you'll do the things that you need to do in order to make it happen, and it'll all feel a lot better. All right. That's what I have for you today. Thank you so much for joining me today and pushing play on today's episode. I'm so grateful for you, and I totally, totally love you. Bye for now.